Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video let's do the unboxing and have a look at this Mi 10. And this is the flagship Android smartphone from Xiaomi, and this starts at about 49,999 for the 128GB variant and about 55,000 for the 256GB variant. And as you can see, it is having the 108 megapixel Samsung sensor, and it's powered with the Snapdragon 865, hence they say it's 5G. And here at the back some of the specs, and this is the base variant, that's for 49,999. That comes with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. Even the 55,000 variant comes with 8GB of RAM, but that has 256GB of storage. And as you can see, it says that it has a 6.67 inch screen, but again it's not a quad HD screen, still a full HD plus Super AMOLED screen. And the good thing is that this one has 30-watt fast charging, but also wireless charging is supported with 30 watts if you buy the separate accessory, that is the fast charger that is sold by Xiaomi. So it can do wireless charging up to 30 watts with this one. Anyways, let's see what else do we get in the box. So here, let's open this one, and we have a SIM ejector tool over here. Let me just remove that for the time being. Let's keep it here. And we also get a mini dongle. It's nice to see that they are bundling this one because it does not have a 3.5mm headphone jack, so that adapter. And this is the case and some paperwork. I'll just keep the paperwork. And again, this is a transparent sort of plastic case. It's not super flexible, has some rigidity towards it. So that's what we get. And here is the device itself. Let me just take it out in this green color. Let's just peel this off, and here we have the device. It does have a little bit of heft, and like most other smartphones, the back is sort of that mirror finish. As you can see, you can actually see it looks like a mirror. So that's what we have, a quad camera setup. We'll come back to the device later on, and let's see what else. So we have USB Type-C cable. Again, use this one for fast charging, and a new 30-watt Xiaomi fast charge. Has a normal USB Type-A port, strangely. So that's what we get. Let me keep these things to the side. So this is the handset itself, and this one has a 6.67 inch screen, and we also have that rounded corners, for example, like we used to see with Samsung flagship smartphones, feels like that, rounded edges over here. And we have stereo speakers, so again you have vents over here as well as vents on the bottom, so that's actually nice. A secondary noise cancellation microphone is also there on this, and looks like the IR blaster if I'm not wrong. And here we have the power on-off button bottom, and again volume rockers. Build quality looks to be nice, and bottom we have the SIM tray, but again I doubt it will have a micro SD card expansion slot. So no micro SD card expansion slot, 2 nano SIM slots that we are having on this, the Type-C port and the speaker and the main microphone. And on this end, strangely, we have nothing. Moving to the back, we have a quad camera setup. Front camera is supposed to be 20 megapixel. So let's try to just power this on. And by the time it actually boots up and I set it up, let me give you a configuration overview. This Mi 10 is having a 6.67 inch Super AMOLED Full HD Plus screen. That's a 90 Hz screen. It's powered by the Snapdragon 865 SoC, comes with 8GB of RAM, 128 or 256GB of storage. Moving to the camera, it's having a quad camera setup. The main camera is 108 megapixel. That's a Samsung sensor. Then we have a 13 megapixel, that's ultra wide. Then we have a 2 megapixel for macro and 2 megapixel for depth. Moving to the front facing camera, it's a 20 megapixel punch hole camera that we have. We also have 30-watt wireless charging option, and it also has stereo speakers and reverse charging up to 10 watts, and it has a 4780 milliamp hour battery with a 30-watt fast charging option. So guys, I was just setting up the phone, and again, even on this smartphone we have some options because it runs on MIUI. And again guys, just remove all these options, that user experience program and stuff, and personalized ads and all these things. Otherwise you might see ads. So and even this glance for me. I was hoping that we won't see it on this smartphone, but still these options were there when I was setting up. So again, disable it, otherwise you might see some ads, though Xiaomi officials say that this smartphone does not have ads, but I was surprised to see those options anyways. So guys, I've just set up this device, and as you can see, it's just started downloading some stuff over here, and this is MIUI 11, guys, that we have. So again, familiar layout if you have used any Xiaomi device, and again, all the apps are over here, and if you just swipe like this, fortunately I did that once again. Fortunately, if you just swipe like this, the Mi browser does not launch. It's just the Google search that is launching, and there are some preloaded apps and stuff, but not a lot of junkware. And so Mi Pay and all those things are there. You can't uninstall this, so some of that info. Let's see if I can uninstall this. Let's say Mi Pay and all those things. If I go to app info, you can disable some of the apps, but not uninstall some of the junk that is there. So that is, again, some of them you can, but not all. As you can see, I could uninstall that one. So there is some stuff, and I like the fact that on the left, if you go, we just get the Google pane. So that's nice. So again, I would say this is not as aggressive as the regular Mi UI, but again, still Mi UI itself that you are getting. And if you go under the hood, and again, it has an in-display fingerprint scanner, and let's test that first. And again, that's fast. So again, that's the thing these days with these in-display fingerprint scanner. So good to see it's fast. That's not a problem. And still downloading some stuff, and looks like it might have found an update. And as you can see, this is the 128GB variant already on MIUI 11 stable. It says that runs on Android version 10. So that's what we have. System app update, so I'll update it later, guys. And I'm curious, let's just run the YouTube. Screen ratio issues, it says don't show, whatever. It is detecting as like the Samsung Galaxy for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. Anyways, let's search for my own video, and let's just play. I want to check the stereo speakers. Let's skip that. I'm going to increase the volume, guys. Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video, let's do the full review of this Realme 6, which is sort of a mid-range Android phone by Realme. And initially, when it was launched, it was for 13,000. Now, so certainly, yeah, it is having that stereo speakers, and I would say the stereo speakers are decent, but not among the loudest that I've heard. But glad to see that they are giving a stereo speaker on this one. And again, no 3.5mm headphone jack, so you have to use that dongle, guys. But that's the case these days with most of the flagships that we are getting. So that was regarding the speakers and audio output. And the thing is that this still just has a full HD plus screen, not a quad HD, but it does have the refresh rate of 90 Hertz that is there. 60 or 90 you can go, not 120. So that is regarding that. And we have other options like anti-flicker mode and all that stuff. We have always on display, so that's nice. So let's see. So that's nice. Hope it works. So we have this always on display, so that's actually nice because makes it much more easier. And again, as I've told you, the edges are a little bit curved, so it takes a little bit of time to get used to it. But again, if you've used any Samsung flagship, this is very familiar territory. Now let's also talk about the camera, because that's the big hype about this smartphone. The main sensor is 108 megapixel, then we have a 13 megapixel, but I feel in the other two they just dumbed it out. It's just a 2 megapixel for macro and depth. Instead of that, they could have given a decent telephoto, that is a zoom lens, but this is what we get. And front camera is a 20 megapixel. That's a punch hole camera. Let me go to the setting. As you can see that we are having. So let's open the camera interface. I'm just going to allow for all the permissions while using the app, scan document. So familiar, Xiaomi interface. If you've used it, you have this 1x and 3x, but guys, this is not optical zoom. This is digital, and this is the wide angle lens. and as you can see, it goes pretty wide. And again, it's running on the Snapdragon 865, hence it's very responsive. As you can see, just click and it takes the picture. I'm noticing slight warmth at the back, but let's see if I do any gaming if it continues. So this is the camera, and we also have a dedicated 108 megapixel mode over here, and obviously other modes like portrait on that stuff. And in real time, you can see the background blur. As you can see, looks nice. The initial sample, as you can see, looks nice. We have quite a bit of depth in the shots. And let's also look at the front facing camera. Again, the beauty mode is always there on the Xiaomi phones, better to disable it. And we have this, and we also went to the portrait mode and in the photo mode. Again, this bug, it says 108 megapixel here. I don't know why. It'll obviously go back to the regular one. So that's the bug that I've noticed. Again, this is the same bug that I noticed on many of the Xiaomi phones. Same thing here. Front camera, let's see if I take more samples, because here, at least in the preview, it looks a little bit contrast what it can do. But let me actually take some samples here with this one so that you have a better idea regarding the camera. These are some of the samples taken with the rear facing camera, and as you can see, it does actually really good in outdoor conditions, and also for close-up shots it does actually a good job. Now moving to indoor lighting conditions in my office, here also I was surprised that the quality that I got was actually really good, as you can see with these sample shots. Some of the outdoor shots that I took, this was in the bokeh mode, and this was in that wide angle lens. I would say the rear facing camera performance is also very good, and the skin tones are produced very well. These are with the front facing camera. I felt it is a little bit more contrasty, but in the portrait bokeh mode, as you can see, the results are actually pretty good. Moving to the front facing camera, I felt it could have been better. I would say the white balance is slightly off, but in this wide angle mode it did a good job. So I hope with software update it improves in indoor lighting. Recording this sample in 4K, and right now we are not using any stabilization. You just walk with me to give you an idea how's the audio pickup. It's almost about 5 feet away from me, so you can gauge how's the microphone pickup also with this Mi 10. There is an option of 8K also, but it is limited, and you can also enable a stabilization. I'll just try to shoot something in stabilization and see how it works. So again, shooting the video, but now what we have done is I've enabled the stabilization option, and as you can see, just we are walking around. Then also looks like the stabilization is good. So definitely that electronic stabilization in conjunction with OIS does make quite a bit of a difference. For example, we are just walking, as you can see. Then also hopefully it should give you an idea how good is the stabilization. Recording this quick sample with the front facing camera of this Mi 10, and the audio is also being recorded via its internal microphone. So as you can see, I'm just moving around here and there, and this should give you an idea how would be the video recording with the front facing camera of this Xiaomi's Mi 10. So guys, that's it for now for the unboxing and first look at this Mi 10, but don't get me wrong, the handset looks good. I have to test it a little bit more to see if ads come. Xiaomi official said that this won't have ads, but we saw that ad option when I was setting up. You guys let me know, do you want a proper full review of this one or not? But the question is, now this is priced at about 50,000. So will you be willing to go with the Xiaomi phone at about 50,000? Because we also have other options like OnePlus. Yes, OnePlus 8 Pro is not a perfect device, but for a little bit more you can even get that, and that has a proper quad HD screen with that 120 Hz display and even a proper IP rating, which is missing on this one. Anyways guys, that's it for now for this quick first look at this Mi 10. What do you guys think about the same? Do let me know in the comment section. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and if you guys are still not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care guys.